Hi everyone, this is Max here, and this is F28365. This is my second video, guys, that I'm doing with y'all, guys and girls. I think there's going to be a lot of girls. I'm going to say girls from now on instead of guys, because I think more girls are likely to watch this weight loss video. But anyway, I've done my first week of the diet. So I'm on the 17-day diet, guys, in case you do not know, guys and girls. I'm going to say girls. I gotta say that like 3 times. And if you want to know more about the diet, you can find everything you want to know about it on any of these apps. So on the apps, if you look at my app page here, you'll see that I have a, oh yeah, right here, it's the 17-day diet right next to Mario. Click on it. It tells you everything you want to know about the diet for free. It tells you what you can eat on the first cycle of the program, which is the first 17 days. So you really don't have to buy the book, though I bought the book because I wanted to know more about it. But if you take a look at that, you'll see that there's the cycles there. And I've been kind of restricting myself to cycle 1. Click on that. I got cycle 2, cycle 1. Okay, here we go. So you can see what we're kind of limited to on cycle 1. It is pretty restrictive. It's kind of a lower carb diet. You can have unlimited portions of all these proteins. So fish, eggs, chicken breast, ground beef turkey, or lean ground turkey. So what does that say? Salmon, light tuna, and turkey breast. Then you can have unlimited quantities of these vegetables. And I'm not going to go through them all, but there's quite a good selection. And then you can have 2 fruits a day from this list here. And apples and oranges, plums, pears, grapes are on there. And then you can have 2 probiotics a day. Now with the fruits, if I go back, you'll see that they have to be done. You have to eat them before 2 o'clock every day. So you get 2 a day, and you have to eat them before 2 o'clock. So you can have 1 to 2 fruits before 2. Definitely nice to have, so you're not eating just low carb all the time. You get these probiotics. Typically I do the Greek yogurt, but there's these other options here: kimchi, miso soup, and some others. But like I said, the yogurt tends to be the easiest. 2 fats a day. I think it's 2 teaspoons of olive oil, or this other item. And then there's some spices you can use. And that's it for the first 17 days. Now, some of the nice spices is you can have low-carb ketchup and low-carb tomatoes, which will help you a lot with ingredients for your dishes, as well as chili and some other stuff. So this is the first day of the diet. Now, all you can drink is water. You can drink, let me just rest my arms because my arms are starting to get tired. Green tea and hot lemon water. Now, they also told me you can drink, if you read the book, you can drink dark coffee with nothing. I guess you can use stevia or something like that for a sweetener. But you should try to stick to like natural sweeteners when you do it. So anyway, let me just tell you about the diet. I'm 1 week in. I've lost, if you look at the board, I've lost like 8 pounds the first week. So I lost pretty steady weight every day. And then yesterday, I lost like half a pound, so it didn't show up as a full pound on the scale. But yeah, I didn't get as much progress, but I also ate a lot more than I normally eat, so I got to kind of control myself. So this one says there's indefinite amounts, but the reality is that there still is some portion control in terms of you should only be eating until you're feeling satisfied, or maybe just a little bit full, but you shouldn't be stuffed. You shouldn't be stuffed, or you shouldn't feel like, you know, you want to puke or anything. You should feel like, you know, you feel good, but not necessarily like, you know, it's hard to get there. But anyway, that's what this one focuses on, is just making sure you don't overeat, which I probably did yesterday. Also, that you drink a lot of water. You're supposed to drink, these are 25 ounces. I think you're supposed to drink 80 ounces a day. So I've been trying to shoot for 3 of these a day, so a little bit less than what it says. Most days I do hit, a few days I don't. Let me just tell you where I've been off on the diet a little bit, and I've just kind of customized it to myself and my needs. Is I know it just says turkey breast or lean ground turkey, but I also use turkey bacon because I need like a little bit of meat in the morning with the eggs. I just don't want the eggs by themselves, though. A couple days I just had eggs, you know, by themselves. That's one of the areas I went off, and also I got myself some natural sweetener. So if you go to the grocery store, you know where I have the little squeeze bottles. There's usually by the sports drinks. There's little squeeze bottles, and there's also little packets like Crystal Light. Well, they also make ones that are all natural, low sugar. So I've got both. I've got the squeeze bottles and I've got the little packets. I keep them at work and at home. And I find the squeeze bottles are better. Like if you're going to put it into a bottle like this, they just mix better. Like if I squeeze it in there, it mixes well. The packets I've used, but I probably won't get any more of them. But because they tend to stay granulated, you really have to shake the bottle to get, at least in my bottle, to get the powder moved around really well. But that's one of the things I do. I don't like water by itself necessarily. I'll drink it, but I prefer to have some kind of a little light sweetener to it. So anyway, that's kind of where the two areas where I went off a little bit on the diet and did my own thing. It doesn't seem like it made any difference in terms of, you know, I did get the ones with stevia in it. I didn't get the ones with like Splenda or those other artificial sweeteners. I try to get like a real natural sweetener that was low calorie. So they do make those. You might have to look a little bit, but they do have them. So shoot for that. And also, so everything I'm telling you all, just make sure that you understand that this is what I'm doing. I'm not a doctor. You should do your own, you know, you need to consult with your own physician, do the diet or lifestyle change that works best for you. So with this diet, just want to let you know how I felt every day. So Monday I started the diet on the 1st, which was Sunday. And it was pretty easy, I think. I mean, I think I was ready for a change, and I was full from the day before. We ate a lot of food the day before, so it was like, you know, I was ready to make a decent change. So pretty much for breakfast every day, you'll see the pictures. I'm going to put pictures up here so you can kind of see what I've been eating, the types of meals I've been eating every day. Now, I don't have a problem eating the same thing over and over and over again. Other people do. So keep that in mind. If you do, there is variety, but it's not a lot. I showed you the menu. You can do different things with the items, but there's only so much you can do. So once it gets into the next cycle, they call them cycle versus phases, which is fine. Once you get into cycle 2, they do add a lot more variety to it. And then when you get into cycle 3, there's even more. So in cycle 1, I try to be as creative as I could be with it. But realistically, it was some variant of eggs for breakfast. For lunch, I had chicken with salad every day. And then for dinner, I try to mix it up. So the first night, I think I had chicken noodle soup, which was really good. You put it in the crock pot. You put some carrots, onions. I put a bouillon cube, which I probably shouldn't have, but I put a bouillon cube in there. And some pepper, salt, and that was it, I think, that I put in. I might have put a little chili pepper in there just to get a little bit of hit. And celery. Celery is on there, so if you like celery, like I love celery when it's cooked. I don't like it raw. So I put like almost a whole package of celery. So that was the first night. I had that. It was really good. I didn't feel any like major headaches or anything like that. No real cravings on the diet. Just remembering, I think the hardest part of it is, well, let me just do day by day. Monday, it was pretty smooth, no issues at all. I followed the diet strictly like the way it's supposed to be. I had my Greek yogurt, and then typically almost every day for snacks, and I think it's going to happen next week too. I get an orange for breakfast, not for breakfast, but a midday snack, or as early afternoon snack before 2 p.m. It's got to be before 2 p.m. Just remember that. It's really critical. And I had an apple the other time. So I'd have one apple, one orange. And then I'd also have one Greek yogurt with it every time. So it was a lot of food, I thought. So for breakfast, it'd be like 2 eggs with 2 strips of turkey bacon. And then and I get up early. So I'm up at like 5:30, 6. So by 6:30, I'm having my eggs. by 9:15, I'm having an orange with a Greek yogurt. Make sure you're really careful on the Greek yogurt. It has to be one that's with very little sugar or no sugar. So the ones I have, I'll show you the name. You'll see the brand on top here. And that one's 000, is like the 000. I don't know. You'll see it on the screen. And that one, it tastes really good. The banana cream tastes incredible. Vanilla tastes incredible. So I had 2 of those a day. And then for lunch, I'd have a piece of chicken and some salad. And I get some, you can either get, you're supposed to get fat-free dressing, which is a little bit challenging. You're pretty much stuck with like ranch dressing or balsamic vinegar or one of those. Now you might be able to get one of the fancy brands and get something different that may work also. But keep in mind that you're not supposed to have a lot of processed food in this diet. It's supposed to be as clean as possible, because not only is it supposed to help you lose weight, it's supposed to kind of clean all the toxins out of your body. So keep that, so if the more processed it is, it's, it's probably like counteracting some of the benefit of the diet. And then for dinner, I'd had, like I told you, the chicken noodle soup. And it was a very similar thing every day. I'll show you all the different portions. I might have like chicken with broccoli, or I might do chicken mushroom and things like that. And with the eggs, I would put salsa one day. I even put the low carb ketchup on the eggs for breakfast one day. So I did all different things to try to make it different. Onions were a big part for me. I love onions, so like almost every meal has onions in it, just because when they cook, they caramelize and they get like that sweet flavor, so you're not feeling like you're so deprived of sweets on the diet. Now the second day when I went to work, I felt like it was too much for I was like, man, I'm eating a lot like very often. So I didn't think I was going to lose any weight, but I was losing weight. So I was like, okay, well, I lost weight. Let me try it again. I'm going to just stay hard and true to the diet and see what happens. So, yeah, I just kept eating. You don't feel hungry necessarily on the diet because you're eating quite often. You're basically eating like 5 meals a day. 2 snacks, 3 major meals. You're eating a lot. But the calorie-wise, when you start adding up the calories, my average calories were about 12 to 1,300 calories a day. One day I had only 900 and some. I think it was like on Thursday. And I shouldn't have done that. It wasn't smart. I had skipped out on a couple of the snacks. Like I think I skipped out on a fruit and a yogurt or something, and it made a big difference. I still lost weight, but it just wasn't safe. So for a male, I think you're supposed to eat between 12 and 1,500 calories a day if you're an adult. So that was kind of pushing it. But typically, you're going to be right at that 1,200 calorie mark, even with all the food, just because the food is very low calorie. Lettuce is like 20 calories for 2 cups, or 10 calories for 2 cups. The dressing, if you get the one I'm telling you about, they're typically 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. A chicken breast, about 4 to 6 ounces, is going to be about 180 calories. So you're talking about your meals are going to be about 200 to 300 calories each, even the major ones. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of your calories from your yogurts that you have. The Greek yogurts I have are 120 each. And also from the morning breakfast, if you have the eggs with the turkey bacon. Still not a lot, but you're getting a lot of protein. So what I did for the breakfast to make it bigger is I used 1 egg, and I would use 3/4 of a cup of egg white. You could have unlimited egg white. And that gave me a full-size breakfast. And I put that with the 2 turkey bacons. And sometimes I would make omelets, and sometimes I would just scramble, put the turkey strips on the side. So there's a lot of different variants you can do. But anyway, I didn't feel hungry on day 2, day 3. Now day 3, I did have to run to get a prescription at Walmart, so I had to drive halfway across town to get it. And I did have that like desire, like when I passed like a McDonald's or a Burger King to like get a hamburger, that type of thing. So there was a desire there. I was like, oh man, I would really like to have a hamburger or something with, cheese or bread in it or something like that. This one deviates a lot from like Atkins. And if you're thinking, well, this is Atkins, it's not, because there's a lot more you can eat. But it's also a lot restricted because you're eating only this is what I would call low carb, low fat, no processed. So it's a very clean diet. So there's a lot of things that are really good for you. This is actually, I think, recommended by like Dr. Phil or whatever the guy's name is. So it's a good diet. once I got to day 3, like I said, I had a couple little like desires to eat, like cravings, but not major. Like I was able to resist it. And the rest of the week, I think I lost my hunger a little bit. So I haven't been necessarily that hungry. I eat anyway. I stick to schedule and I eat what I'm supposed to eat. But I'm not hungry. I'm not really that hungry. So I just eat when I'm supposed to eat, and I enjoy the food when I'm eating it, but I don't necessarily have to have the huge portions or get full on it like I used to before. So just kind of minimizing the carbs, kind of cleaning the body out, and your body will start telling you like, what do you really need to eat? So you just gotta remember, like, your body tells you, your mind kind of can play tricks with you and say, I want to have more than that, or I want a pizza, I want a whatever. But I'm pretty good. I wasn't, I went to a couple of different events where other people were eating in front of me, other stuff that I typically like love to eat, and I didn't really have any cravings to have it. So just the fact that, if you stick to it and you eat everything you're supposed to be eating, you're going to be full all the time. You're not going to be full, but you're not going to be hungry. You're not going to have that crave. When you're hungry, you're going to have those cravings. But when you're not really that hungry all the time, then you won't have them. Anyway, that's like the first week of the diet for me. I know it's kind of long and drawn out, but I wanted to kind of give you like an update in terms of how I felt about the diet, like, and the results. Like, I mean, 8 pounds is pretty good for the first week. It's not something you're going to notice, like if I stand up right now, like, versus my intro video, you're not going to like, wow, this guy lost a ton of weight. It's just not going to show up, It's just not there, At my weight, I have to lose a bunch to be able to be noticeable. So it's going to take about 3 weeks for you to even notice a little bit, probably. But it's still progress, which is good. 8 pounds is 8 pounds. But I don't expect that every day. So keep that in mind. Keep your goals realistic. I'm a lot heavier than a lot of you all might be that are, planning on taking on a diet. So you might get slower results. But it is encouraging to see the scale drop. I don't feel like I'm going to get those results every week. I think it's going to slow down. But this is not a bad diet. I really don't. I feel like it's very healthy. The limitation is the amount of the different types of food you can eat. They're like limited. So that's the challenge, is coming up with creative ways to do stuff. But I'm going to be making chili this week. So I'm going to show you for my next video how to make the chili that I'm going to be putting together that's going to fit this diet. So I'm going to use lean ground turkey for it. It allows for low carb tomatoes. There will be carrots. There will be onions. And I think I'm going to hold off on the celery because my wife doesn't like celery. But those would be like the chief components in there. I might put a little bit of mushrooms in there too. And that's going to be the chili base. And I'll spice it up. And I'll show you guys what that looks like next week. But definitely a lot of opportunities to do stuff. I'm going to be making a turkey breast because I want to have turkey for dinner tonight on Sunday. This is Sunday, by the way. And I also want to be able to take it to lunch every day. So slice it up and take about, I would say, a quarter to a half a pound for lunch. So it's not going to be tiny. It's going to be a good sized portion with a salad every day. Now keep in mind, turkey is very, very low calorie. The breast part of it is. You can't have the skin. Same with the chicken, you can't have the skin, it's just the actual meat portion. But there's a lot of things you can do to make them taste awesome. Anyhow, I thank you girls and guys for watching my channel. I look forward to showing you my progress next week. If you all are going through a diet or struggling in any way, let me know. Put it in the comments. I love to chat with you guys. I've been struggling with my weight a lot of my life. And I want to get it back under control because it's really gone out of control the last 2 years. And I really want to get things back where they should be. So thank you guys. I love you from Austin, Texas. Please take care of yourselves. And I will talk to you next week.